And right now, our CBS 12 News team is out in Stuart at Coffee Bar Blue Door.
That's right. You can head out there this morning for about another 10-15 minutes. You can say hi to the crew out there along with picking up some free coffee and a muffin. We want to head back out there now, Ashley and Madeline, with a wild story of Stuart's history.
Yeah, before we get to that, this lady's been waiting patiently. Come on through. She just got her coffee and her swag and her muffins. Thanks for coming by. Oh, and your cute little doggy, too. Stuart's awesome, right?
It's amazing.
So much growth. Fun. It's a premier place to live, to work, to vacation. But as Maddie is finding out, it hasn't always been this way.
Yeah, back in the day, you actually had to pay people to move here, which is crazy to think about. I mean, they were basically giving away beachfront properties. And one of those spots is the House of Refuge. Take a look at what that is. These days, you don't have to twist anyone's arm to get them to come to Florida, but that hasn't always been the case.
How did they talk people into moving out in the middle of nowhere with no services for $40 a month?
In the 1870s, Stuart was in the middle of nowhere, which is why the House of Refuge was built, a shelter for anyone who found themselves stranded after a shipwreck.
This was our way of offering food, clothing, and shelter to shipwreck survivors. A house on the beach in the middle of nowhere with a keeper and his family.
Michael Phillips is now the keeper of the house.
You learn the signs, you learn the sea, you learn the wind, you learn the house.
These days, the job mostly involves giving tours and keeping the museum running. Things were a little rougher for the previous keepers.
He will walk the beach and look for refugees, especially after a storm.
And despite all the storms and hurricanes that have passed over the last 145 years, the House of Refuge remains.
That's a good long time, especially for a house on the beach facing the Atlantic Ocean.
Keepers at this house saved dozens of shipwreck survivors over the years, and later, the U.S. Navy took over and used the lookout tower to protect Americans on shore during World War II.
What I want them to do is realize how brave these people were. It's fascinating, and it took place right here.
You guys, it's such a cool place to learn more about history. The museum is open 7 days a week, and it's actually also a really good place to get a sunrise photo and an Instagram pic.
Ooh,
so
that's
would recommend.
A great tip. And they open at 10 this morning, so you have to get your coffee and your muffins. Hello, you can go to the museum. Thanks for coming by. We have met so many awesome